Liverpool U18s suffered one of the most remarkable and sobering defeats in recent youth football memory, falling 8-3 to Blackburn Rovers U18s at the LFCTraining Centre. What began as a match filled with anticipation, with two exciting debuts and a chance for redemption after a narrow defeat to Newcastle, quickly descended into a tale of missed opportunities, defensive disarray, and a red card that symbolised Liverpool's growing frustration. Over the course of this extended feature, we will dive deep into every facet of this astonishing game: the build-up, the goals, tactical breakdowns, individual performances, psychological implications, and the road ahead for Simon Weil's young side. Pre-match context: a game of expectation and opportunity. Liverpool's U18s entered this contest seeking a response. A 4-3 home loss to Newcastle had left the squad disappointed but not despondent. That game had showcased attacking flair but defensive fragility, a recurring theme this season. Manager Simon Weils, a figure known for encouraging expressive football at youth level, handed debuts to two promising youngsters: 15-year-old forward Josh Abe and 16-year-old midfielder Eric Farkas. Their inclusion hinted at Liverpool's faith in youth development. Even amid challenging circumstances, Blackburn Rovers, meanwhile, arrived in confident mood. Known for producing technically gifted players and boasting a strong start to the season, they were eager to exploit Liverpool's defensive uncertainties. Still, few could have predicted the avalanche of goals that was about to unfold. First half narrative: a chaotic opening 45 minutes early. Exchanges saw Liverpool enjoy spells of possession, probing Blackburn's defence but lacking precision in the final third. Yet the visitors struck first in the 10th minute, after Liverpool twice cleared shots off the line. Hesitation at the back allowed Freddie Leatherbarrow to slam home the opener. It was a warning that went unheeded. 15 minutes later, Blackburn doubled their lead. Jadon Sargent, provider of the first goal, turned scorer with a composed finish after Liverpool failed to track his run. At 2-0, the young Reds looked rattled. Their defensive line stretched and midfield struggling to impose control. But Liverpool responded admirably. Against the run of play, Lamore Forrester reduced the deficit in the 27th minute, finishing clinically after a rare moment of incisive build-up. The home crowd roared, sensing a momentum shift. That belief grew when Josh Sonny Lambie won and converted a penalty in the 41st minute to level at 2-2. The LFCTraining Centre buzzed with hope. Yet football can be cruel. On the stroke of halftime, Leatherbarrow struck again, capitalising on another defensive lapse to restore Blackburn's lead at 3-2. Liverpool trudged into the dressing room deflated, their hard work undone in stoppage time. Second half collapse, goals, red cards, and resignation. If the first half offered drama, the second delivered devastation. Within minutes of the restart, Valentin Joseph made it 4-2, punishing slack-marking. Soon after, Leatherbarrow completed his hat-trick on 53 minutes, a forward's masterclass in positioning and finishing. At 5-2, Liverpool's resistance crumbled. Joseph grabbed his second in the 62nd minute, making it 6-2 as Blackburn sliced through a disorganised defence. Tempers flared in the 70th minute when Alvin Aitman, frustrated after a heavy challenge, retaliated and received a straight red card. Down to 10 men, Liverpool faced a nightmare conclusion. Goals from Aaron Potter 78 and Harry Lister 84. Penalty piled on the misery, stretching the score to an almost unthinkable 8-2. A late free kick from Hyde and Murray home offered scant consolation at 8-3, but the damage was irreparable. Tactical analysis: where did it all go wrong? Liverpool's attacking moments showed promise. Forrester's movement, Sonny Lambie's composure, but defensively, the structure fell apart. Fullbacks were often isolated, midfielders failed to track runners, and communication among the backline was lacking. Blackburn exploited these gaps ruthlessly, their forwards rotating intelligently to drag defenders out of position. The red card symbolised Liverpool's growing frustration. Reduced to 10 men, they lacked the organisation or morale to stem Blackburn's tide. For a youth side, such experiences, while painful, can provide vital lessons in composure and tactical discipline. Individual performances, highs and lows. Lamar Forrester took his goal well and worked tirelessly despite limited service. Josh Sonny showed maturity with his penalty but faded as Blackburn dominated midfield. Freddie Leatherbro, Blackburn, a hat-trick hero. Clinical throughout. Valentine Joseph Blackburn. Intelligent movement. 2 well-taken goals. Alvin Ammon. A tough afternoon. Dismissed after frustration boiled over. Debutants Abe and Farkos showed glimpses of potential but were handed a baptism of fire in a game where Liverpool never truly settled. Psychological impact. A learning curve. Heavy defeats test young players mentally. For Liverpool's U18s, this result will sting. But academy football is as much about development as results. Recovering from setbacks, analysing mistakes, and responding positively are essential parts of the journey toward professional careers. Historical perspective, not the first, nor the last. Liverpool's academy has suffered big defeats before, such as heavy losses to Manchester City's youth sides, only for players to grow from the experience. Alumni like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Curtis Jones endured tough days at youth level before emerging stronger. This defeat, though brutal, need not define this crop of players. Looking ahead, Leeds and beyond. Liverpool sit 7th in the U18 Premier League table, with Leeds United next. A response is essential not merely for points, but for morale. Defensive drills, tactical organisation, and mental resilience will be priorities in training this week. Conclusion: a day to forget. Lessons to remember: Liverpool U18s 3-8. Blackburn U18s will be remembered as a humbling afternoon at Kirkby. For Simon Wiles and his staff, the focus now shifts to ensuring this defeat becomes a turning point rather than a trend. For the players, especially the debutants, it is an early reminder that football's path to the top is rarely smooth. Liverpool U18s Shi, Messi, Esdale, Sis, Clark, Aman, Farkas, Yaguo 60, Upton Murray Holm 55, Abe Lonmany 60, Sonny Lambie, Forrester, Inglethorpe subs not used, Bernard, Owen,